Candi, and tonight we're diving into the pettiest, most backhanded, and occasionally hilarious gravestones ever carved. Right up my alley. These stones don't whisper, they throw shade. From bitter widows to brutally honest neighbors, they prove that death may end life, but not drama. Somewhere in England stands a plain gray stone with a line that's pure ice. Here lies my husband, as cold as he kept me. Oh, that's not grief, that's vengeance in verse. No flowers, no farewell, just a perfectly frosty mic, drop carved into eternity. Whoever she was, she wanted the world to know she outlived him and she wasn't sorry. Even centuries later, that one still chills the air. Then there's this one, crooked stone, moss creeping across the letters. Here lies John. He was a nuisance to his neighbors. No pretense, no poetry, just facts. Imagine spending your whole life trying to make an impression and ending up immortalized as the guy everyone side-eyed forever. But honestly, it's kind of refreshing. Brutal honesty carved in stone, that's rare. And then there's this gem from Cornwall. Here lies Jane Smith, who pleased none but God. Ouch. That's not even shade. Either the family feud outlived her or someone really misunderstood. Rest in peace. Whether it's a saint's compliment or a sinner's roast, Jane's legacy is forever complicated. You'd think grief would soften people, but sometimes it just sharpens them. Maybe the family finally got to say what they really thought. Maybe it was humor, dark, but healing, or maybe it was revenge. A way of saying, you made life hard, but you're not getting the last word. Epitaphs like these tell us much about the living as the dead. Because let's be honest, ghosts don't hire stonecutters. One thing about snarky epitaphs, they age well. Even after the details fade, the emotion stays clear. They don't need context. You read them, you feel it, the bite, the sigh, and the honesty. They're not pretty, but they're human. Okay, let's talk about that. As cold as he kept me woman, she's my hero. She spent years freezing emotionally and then used her tombstone as her revenge album. Taylor Swift would never. And poor John, the nuisance neighbor, someone muttered, good riddance, while chiseling that one. If he's haunted them, I hope it's with phantom lawnmowers. And Jane Smith, please none but God? Ma'am, that's a burn that echoes into eternity. Imagine God reading that like, thanks, I guess. But honestly, these stones are fascinating because they're honest. Cemeteries are full of polite lies. These few tell the truth, even when it hurts. We love these because they're real. They cut through centuries of formality to show the messy, emotional, deeply human side of mourning. Whether it's spite, humor, or the brutal truth, these epitaphs prove that memory isn't always gentle, and sometimes it's personal, and maybe that's why they endure. They remind us that even when love runs out, personality doesn't. Here are 3 creepy facts to haunt your day. The widow's revenge. As cold as he kept me line appears on multiple graves across the US and UK, proof that bitterness travels fast. Local legends. Many snarky epitaphs survived not on stone, but through gossip. Locals just kept retelling them. Paying for petty. Epitaphs were changed by the letter, so if you carved a roast in stone, you literally paid for the extra insult. Wow, funny. Next time you wander through a graveyard, don't just look for angels and verses. Keep an eye out for the stones that sting, the ones that prove not everyone rests in peace. Some rest with attitude. Until next time, stay curious and always, always stay haunted.